Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode of Kingdoms. We are here today in Altum, and we're going to be working on Altum today. We haven't really done a whole lot in this city, other than, add to the Hall of Patrons and stuff like that. And I've been watching a lot of this YouTuber lately named Shadiversity. I'll put a link to his channel in the description for those of you who are interested. He's not a Minecraft YouTuber. He's not even a gaming YouTuber. But he does a lot of kind of historical, lots of like medieval type stuff, and he did a number of videos, like 6 or 7 videos, maybe even more than that, talking about kind of medieval fortifications and like how they work and what makes them up, like what they consist of and what their purposes are, and it's just really interesting stuff. So I've been watching a lot of him lately, and I got kind of inspired to do a little bit of work on the fortifications of Altum, because right now we've got this nice big wall that goes around the city. We've got a wall here. We got walls over there and over here. Here, this is kind of a sheer cliff, so we don't really need a wall. But then right here, there's this big open spot where enemies could pretty easily scale this and get to the city. And that's just not really great defenses now, is it? So I want to work on a wall section right here. I want to work on the fortifications of Altum from right about where we're standing right now, going over here, I think is where the wall is going to run. And then we'll have a road that goes down and the road that kind of goes through and leads to right here. Now, the wall is cool. Don't get me wrong. We're going to have a wall. It's probably, I think for the sake of consistency, it's going to kind of match. In fact, it's going to be the same wall design. But one of the big things that Shad talks about in his videos about medieval fortifications is the importance of gatehouses. He really stresses gatehouses a lot. And I've learned from watching these videos that these are actually kind of lousy gatehouses. They're really kind of terrible. As is this one over here, although that one we don't really need even because it's a sheer cliff and no enemies would really be able to scale that. But over here, like this gatehouse, we've just got a single portcullis, which I added about 10 minutes ago, by the way. Previously, there wasn't even a gate or a portcullis or anything right here. And then this little bridge, which you could argue is a drawbridge, but the way that it's set up, it really isn't. It's really a stationary bridge. Like you can see the supports coming down into the ground. But I did add the portcullis. What I want this wall section that we're going to add today to have is a proper gatehouse. Now, it's not going to be super amazing because I don't really have that much space to work with. And a proper gatehouse would be relatively large. Large enough that you would have double portcullises and an area in between that would be essentially like a kill zone. But I think we'll be able to kind of make this work. So the first thing that we need to do is kind of lay out where the road's going to go, honestly. And I think these llamas may have to get moved. We've had them just kind of stashed here for a while, and that's not exactly ideal. Maybe we'll add, I don't know. At some point, maybe I'll make like a little llama pen area or something. I don't know. But I think the first thing we need to do is kind of mark out our road. So right here, this would be the sensible spot. Although all of our other gatehouses are 3 wide, and this is only 2 wide. So I got a couple options here. I could pretty easily extend this and make it 3 wide. Let's see, that would bring it up here, and I could bring it across. Yeah, that's without a doubt the way to go. Let's just do that. That's an easy solution. Then we don't have to worry about some sort of weird transition, taking the road that's in essentially a straight line from 3 wide to 2 wide, or from 2 wide to 3 wide. That's just really awkward whenever you have to do that. It's very, very difficult to make it look good. So let me get this kind of straightened out. Let's start getting the road in place, and I'll come back to you in just a little bit. All right, guys, I am back, and I've got the walls kind of laid out, and we've got a couple towers that have been added. So this right here, this is going to be the main gatehouse. Road is laid out. It's going to go here. We're going to have a gate here, and then this will be like arrow slits, basically, where defenders can shoot into this little holding area. And then we'll have a wall that connects up to a third tower over here that kind of overlooks this whole thing. Because this isn't really a fortified tower at all. It could maybe serve as like a lookout tower, but I figured the best way to kind of connect this wall up to this part of the mountain, and by the way, the wall will probably then end up going back this way and back into the mountain as well, just so you guys are aware of that. But that's kind of the plan at the moment. I don't know exactly how high these are going to have to be. I know that the walls in general are 5 high from the base. So like if we stand right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the spruce log on top. And I do want to match that wall style. So I think what we'll probably do is start with, let's just grab a bunch of stone brick. I think we'll start by building up this section of the wall. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that will kind of help us figure out how high the rest of the towers need to be. And we'll just kind of toss a couple torches in there, which we're just going to hide so we can leave our wall hollow. Which, you know, we're just going to pretend. Just pretend that it's filled in. But we're saving on materials a little bit by leaving it hollow. Because you won't actually be able to see inside it at all. So we'll do something like that. That seems... Let's see how that looks from down here. That seems relatively high. For sure. Especially once we get up there and get the spruce bits on top. I'm not going to be able to make that jump, am I? And I'm going to need spruce slabs. There we go. Can I make that? There we go. Beautiful. So then we can just kind of put our spruce slabs on top up here. Like this. And then we know when we bring this up and we bring that one up, that these guys are going to go to there. Right? Because that'll match then with the rest of the walls in the village. And that is what we want. There. So this is how high the walls are going to be. And that seems good. It's a little weird since it's on the lowest part of a slope. And ideally, it would be better to have the wall on the highest part, like up here. Like this would actually be the best place for the wall. But I want to keep this space. I don't want to remake the whole mountain. So we're going to put it right here because it'll work. And yeah, should be good. But this tells us now how tall our walls actually need to be. So let me get a bit more building done here, guys. I'm going to start bringing these towers up. I think, let's see. Let's just think about this for a second. We're going to want a door, right? Like right about here, probably. Just a single wide door. And we want to make sure that people can get in and out that door. And we'll probably want it like here, right? So then that means that this tower needs to go at least that high. At least. Preferably higher than that. But that would be like absolute bare minimum height right there. And I think we'll probably want to go up another 2 blocks probably from that, is what I'm thinking. How's that feel for a height? Let's get up to that height on the front a little bit, just so we can kind of judge it. Let's see. So, door, space, roof. One more. So probably about here would be the height of the towers. And yep, that definitely feels large and imposing, height-wise. So I think that'll do. All right, guys, let me get some work done in the building here, and I'll be back with you. All right, guys, I am back, and I've got all the stone bricks in place, and that is how tall it's going to look from over here. That's how big these towers are going to be. Now, yes, right now they look like a steaming pile of garbage. I know, don't worry. It'll look infinitely better once we get some of the other materials in place. Right now they're just basically big stone brick blocks, which really doesn't make them look very good. But I assure you, they will look much, much better when we're done. I do need to make some more stone bricks. There we go. And now I need to get all the spruce, because now it's time to go in and add all the spruce logs. And this is where we should finally start to see the wall kind of come together and start looking a bit more tolerable and aesthetically pleasing. So let me get the spruce logs in, and then we'll see how it looks. All right, guys, I am back. Spruce logs are in place. Still doesn't look all that great, but I think we'll be able to make it work. It'll be okay. What it really just needs is all the detail that we've added in to the walls over here. This is really what makes the big difference and makes the walls here look good instead of looking, well, not good. Very, very descriptive. Great sentence structure. Good job, self. All right, let me see. So how did we do these? Upside down, regular. Okay. So let's just start with these walls right here. And then here we had this and this. And let's just put this back. Now, I'm not going to worry too much about some of the towers. The towers themselves are going to have like a separate design from what you're going to see on the main little bit. But I want to get this part of it at least kind of detailed out a little bit here. Let's also grab some cobblestone walls. Elytra can... I don't know why my elytra wasn't activating there, but whatever. Cobblestone... Don't have a whole lot of cobblestone walls. That's all right. We can easily make a bunch of them. Let's just go... Bam! There we go. We have cobblestone walls. Perfect. And it's night. Almost, anyway. It's very, very close to night. So then what we're going to have to do is kind of figure out what our plan is for this sort of front portion. And this looks really bad. I'm just looking at this right now. This is not a good look. Let's do one of those there. There. That should be better. All right. Let's sleep quick before a bunch of nasty stuff spawns in and around our wall. Super quickly. We'll go and we'll do the front. And see, creepers. That didn't take long. Do I have my bow? I have my bow, but no arrow. Okay, well, let's just hope that he doesn't notice us, I guess. Cobblestone walls. Okay. So now, it looks a little better, but it looks really out of place because that's the only part that has it. But it's going to be the towers. The towers are going to be the part that's important. So let's see what we can get kind of worked out here involving the towers themselves. So, I think the first thing that we need to do is connect up these kind of portions right here. And then right here, I'm going to just make a little temporary thing. And also temporarily, I'm going to make myself a little staircase so I can get up to the top of these towers. And let's just bring this part, or these parts, I should say, across. And we're probably going to want to do that on all the towers. And actually, this little part here should probably come out. We could even connect these up right there. And that wouldn't look bad. We'll bring that one out. This one doesn't need to be connected because it's farther away. There we go. And last but not least, we got that one right there. Okay. Now, let's jump. And now we need to come up with a bit of a tower design, which should be interesting, because I want to have... these need to be kind of fortified towers. Like, that's important. We also want a floor in here. And we probably want, right here, some way to get across to the other tower, which would be right here. So we'll do that. And then fill those in. Okay, so a little bit of a bridge type thing going here. Now, I don't know if I want spruce logs right here. It could work. What's that give us for height? That's not bad. We could work with that, at least. And we could do some sort of stone brick here. Yeah. We'll just do this. So then we'll bring... Oh, that one got messed up. We need to kind of do something like that. There we go. So this is going to be our little kill zone, right? Right here, this area right here. So then we need a gate. The gate is going to go... I think the gate will go at approximately this level. Like, this is where the first portcullis will end up going. That's going to be a very thin wall, though. Oh, stop elytraing, self. There we go. But we could probably make this work if we do something like that. And instead of bricks here, let's say... Or maybe we do stairs here? Ooh, that's barely enough space, though. Maybe we do something like that. I'm trying to figure out... Like that, maybe. And then these would essentially go the same way. Let's see how that looks. You really can't tell. Not from this angle, anyway. It's very difficult to see if anything's going on there. Let's go and bring that across. These we already said, this is where the portcullis is going to go. This is where the second portcullis is going to go. So I think this will be okay. And maybe what we'll do is let's just make a couple of stone brick slabs, which will go in here, right? To kind of reinforce the idea of like our little murder room. Our proper gatehouse area. Alright, so that'll be good. Now, right here, we're probably going to have... Maybe we'll just build up stone brick. Like so. Make just a little thing that kind of comes out like that. And we can do that on either side. Like so. We could even cover up these corners. And then right here. Oh, but it can't be a murder hole if... Yeah, we'll do this. This'll work. Okay. So let's go brick, brick. Like that. And that's where they would dump down, like, boiling oil or throw down stones or something like that to any unfortunate souls trapped in here. So that'll do. That'll do nicely, right? Now, it probably isn't going to look great at the moment. Not until we do something with the top of the towers. Let's just take a peek. Let's go around this way. Let's just kind of see how that looks from back here. Yeah, doesn't really look great at the moment. Not until we do something with the towers themselves and with the top of the towers to really kind of bring those to life. But let me see what I can get worked out there, guys, and I'll come back to you. All right, guys, I am back, and I think it's basically done. We just got to add some details to it. Check it out. This is a little weird. It's a little weird for sure. Let's put this door. I don't really like putting doors there, but it's the only place that'll work with the stair going up, so I think it'll be fine. But this is kind of our guard's entrance to everything. So here's what I'm thinking, right? This is like our murder hole right here. And we're just going to put a trap door right there. This thing can open up and we can drop stuff down on bad guys if needed. Okay. We need to add in some fences right along there. Then we need to add in some ladders leading up here so you can get up and down the towers. And then right here, this is where it gets a little wacky, okay? I'll show you what it looks like. Let me just finish putting these ladders. Let me show you what it looks like from out here. And actually, before we do that, I want these to be iron bars, these windows. So let's just fill all those in before we run over there too, so we can get kind of an idea of what this is going to look like. All right? So, this is it. It's a little weird. It's very weird, in fact, okay? I don't know. Now, let me explain the reasoning here, okay? Yes, this looks very strange. This is a style that, or a technique that I really haven't done before, and this is kind of my first attempt at it, but I kind of like how it looks. We do need some more stuff in here. We're going to need to do, like, the stair thingies up there, these cobblestone lines that come down, but I'll probably finish those off camera. Right here, we need some slabs, like so. We need to knock that guy out so that this ladder can go all the way down here too, because that's, you know, kind of important. And right here, we're actually going to put a door. Just like this. We could even recess it. Let's see if that looks better. I don't know that it will, but let's see. Nope, I actually like it better right here. So these are kind of simulating our arrow slits, right? This is where, since we're going to have this nice kind of double portcullis on this gate, right? So right here, there's a portcullis. And then right here, there's going to be a portcullis. So if the idea is if they break through the first gate, they still have to break through the second gate. And while they're trying to break through the second gate, there's a murder hole up here that can drop like oil and burning pitch and rocks and stuff on them. And then there can be archers in here that shoot out these little slits. And it just turns into like this death trap of horribleness and death trapness. That's very poor, a very poor description, but you guys get the idea. So that's kind of what I'm doing there. Let's kind of do the same thing here. We're just going to leave slabs. That way we don't need to put any extra lighting down here, but we'll do something like this. And I think it works. It's weird. It's definitely weird. Because as a result, so anyway, I'm just getting completely off topic here. Okay, so anyway, these towers extend 2 blocks in this direction. And the idea is if you're standing on top of the wall, you can shoot down, right? We can shoot down at the bad guys from here, but once they get right up against the wall, we can't hit them unless we put holes right here for the archers and guards to shoot through. And what we can do is if we attach, that's not facing the right way. Let's try like that. Oh, tell me pretty please I can make it attach. Oh no. Well, you know what? It'll still work. It'll still work like this. This is fine. But this is basically where the guards would shoot down. And they can shoot straight down at anyone that's like right below the wall. Right? Right, or right up against the wall. That way there's nowhere where enemies have cover. Which is kind of important if you think about it. Let's put a couple torches up here as well. Just to make sure that's all lit up. And we'll do the same here and here. And then here and here. And there's a little walkway between these 2 towers. So yeah, that is basically the whole thing. I don't know. I don't know what my thoughts on it are, guys. It's very different. I don't think I hate it, though. I think it's growing on me. And it's very practical as far as from, like, a defensive standpoint. So, I don't know. Let me know. I mean, I suppose I can go back and I could redo it and I could make it look better, but then it wouldn't be as practical. On the flip side, this is Minecraft, not real life, so does it really need to be practical? I don't know. I just thought it'd be kind of a fun little project to do something that had kind of more realistic defenses, if you will. Because these were things that they actually did in medieval times to fortify their buildings and such, which I think is pretty cool. Like, that's a pretty amazing thing. But anyway, guys, I am most certainly out of time for this episode. So, my friends, I'm going to have to call this one right here. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. I do appreciate it, and it really helps out my channel. You can also find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. There are links in the video description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll definitely see you next time.